Hi, this is Linda, and in preparation for the 30-day raw food challenge, I'm going to show you some ingredients today that are going to be very important for you to have on hand. We're not going to use a lot of exotic like superfoods and things like that because I don't want this to be so difficult for people who have never done raw food before or be a big strain on your budget. But the things that I'm going to show you, some of them you're familiar with and some of them you may not be. But these are kind of the things that I find very essential to have in a kitchen if you're going to be doing raw food and want to do more than just salads and fruit. So I'm going to show you a few of the things that I highly recommend, and I do recommend that you get them you can probably get them at either a health food store if you're close to one. If you're not close to a health food store, there is a place online called vitacost.com, and that's VITACOST, and that's one of my favorite places to shop for a lot of these things because you can get them at quite a bit cheaper than you can in the health food store, and it's only $5 for shipping regardless of how much you get. So they can usually get it to you before a week. So if you ordered now very soon, then you would have it for January 1st. So I will now show you what you need to get. Okay, so one of the first things is coconut oil. We use this to make a lot of desserts and other things, and you want to make sure that you're getting a good extra virgin, unrefined, organic coconut oil. Coconut is an awesome product for even for helping you to lose weight. So, this is a Nutiva brand, and this I know you can get on Vitacost. Okay. And then the next one is stevia, and you may have heard of stevia before. Stevia is a sweetener that is extracted from a plant, so it's very natural. It actually has 0 calories, and we use it in smoothies and just to flavor things, tea and stuff like that. So that is a good one to get. You can also get these flavored if you want to experiment with some other flavors. A good salt, you're going to want to make sure that you don't use table salt. Table salt is processed and completely stripped of all of its minerals other than sodium. So you want to use a good sea salt or Himalayan salt, something like that that is full of minerals that you will need. Okay, and then next we're going to be making desserts because everybody needs a little bit of sweet now and then. And I love chocolate. I'm sure most of you do too. And chocolate actually is good for you if you get the raw organic cacao powder is what it's called. It's actually full of antioxidants and minerals like iron and magnesium. So you want to get some good raw organic cacao powder. And then another thing, this is kind of optional, but I like to add some extra greens into my smoothies just to make sure I'm getting enough. And this one's called Vitamineral Green. It's a green powder with all sorts of good things in it: barley, wheatgrass, dandelion. It's got a list of probably 20 or more plants, and so it is a great thing to just add to smoothies and things. You don't necessarily have to get this brand, but maybe you could go to the health food store and ask about a really good green powder. This one is from Health Force Nutrition if you do want to get online and get this particular brand. This one I don't think you can get on Vitacost. Okay, and then another fun food is called nutritional yeast, and this is just like flakes. You can usually get this in bulk at your health food store, and I'm pretty sure you can get it on Vitacost too. But it's just, it's a great substitute for cheese and anything cheese flavored. It just kind of has that flavor, and it mixes really well with nuts and seeds, and it's good just to sprinkle over salads too. So nutritional yeast. Okay, the next product is called tamari, and you may also find something like it's called nama shoyu or Bragg's liquid amino acids. I personally really prefer the tamari. You can get it wheat-free and gluten-free, so if any of you have problems with that, you'll want to get this. And this is a soy sauce substitute, which is actually fermented from soybeans, and it tastes just like soy sauce. So we use that in place of soy sauce to make crackers and dressings and Asian food, all sorts of things. So you want to get that. And then you'll just want to have a good extra virgin olive oil. Make sure that it is extra virgin, cold pressed or expeller pressed. We'll use that in a lot of stuff too. It's a good healthy fat, and you are going to need fats on this diet. And then another really good sweetener is called agave, and this is a dark agave. There are different levels of quality in the different brands of agave, so you're going to want to make sure you get a good quality brand. Some of them are thought to be quite processed and maybe not as good quality as others. And agave is a good sweetener if you get a good one, because it doesn't spike your blood sugar the way that things like honey and sugar do. So this one is from a company called Essential Living Foods, and I really like that company too, because it's very good quality. So you'll have to look online for that one or get it at your health food store. EssentialLivingFoods.com. Okay, and then we're going to need a couple of good vinegars. So apple cider vinegar is one of them, and you'll want to get one that is organic and raw, and if you can find one that says with mother, that's the best to get, because that is the raw, unfiltered kind, and you'll see that it's kind of got stuff in the bottom that might look gross, but it's actually a good thing. So that's the most living, raw type of apple cider vinegar. And then you can get a good balsamic vinegar. Balsamic vinegar is great to have on hand, just to, even if you're in a hurry and you grab a salad and you don't have a dressing made, just pour some of this on with some olive oil, and it's delicious. And we'll also be using this in a few things too. Okay, the next one is called tahini, and I just bought this in bulk, so I don't have the label, but anyway, this is a kind of like a nut butter made from sesame seeds, and this is a great additive to dressings and desserts and all sorts of things. It's kind of bitter if you just eat it on its own, but it's great when added to things, so we will be using this. So tahini, that's Tahini, and you can get that at the health food store, and I'm pretty sure you can get it on Vitacost too. Okay, so that's the majority of the really essential ingredients, and we'll talk more about getting fruits and vegetables as we get closer, so you can buy those fresh. I also recommend getting some dates or raisins, raw honey if you can, and any other good sweetener like a good grade B maple syrup, and nuts and seeds. So stock up on your favorite nuts and seeds, because we'll use those a lot. Cashews, almonds, walnuts, pecans, sesame seeds, pumpkin seeds. You don't have to get all of them, but just stock up on the ones that you really like, and we'll be using those in a lot of recipes too. Good luck getting your stuff together. If you have any questions, you can always email me at rawrecipebox@gmail.com, and we'll see you soon.